So I had a friend, Nick Rockefeller, okay, who was one of the Rockefeller family, and he, when I was running for governor in Nevada, he came to me, introduced himself to me through an attorney, and we became friends. We started talking about things, and I learned an awful lot from Mr. Rockefeller. And one of the things that we used to talk about was the ultimate plan of the banking industry, what they wanted to accomplish. And the goals of the banking industry, not just the Federal Reserve System, but the private banks in Germany and England, all over Italy, all over the world, they all work together. They're all central banks. And they're all part of the Communist Manifesto. You know, central banking is one of the major planks of the Communist Manifesto. We talk about America being a capitalistic country, but yet at the same time we have a central bank that plans everything for us, right? And the graduated income tax is another plank of the Communist Manifesto, right? So right there you have two major planks of the Communist Manifesto that have been brought in because of the Federal Reserve System, okay? So the ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one-world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, and they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is given me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do,
everything. Everything is in there, you know? And so they want a one-world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control people. And you become a slave. You become a serf to these people. That's their goal. That's their intentions.
Sistema ng pamahalaang pangdaigdig. Doon talaga sa amin, nangyayari na talaga ito, 666. Yung mga tao, nasa baba, nagsigakyatan niya sa bundok, gawa ng hinahabol kami ng mga yung mga simbolo na nga ganito, mga 666. Lahat ng mga tao yan, bawat mahuhuli, meron silang tinatatak na parang bigas lang siya kali. Tapos sa loob doon talaga, makikita mo talaga, bawat ng nila dito, may simbolo talaga dito sila, 666 dito sa. Kaya simula noon, lahat ng mga tao doon sa amin, nagsigakyatan sa bundok, yung iba lumuwas na rito.
Taga saan po kayo, kuya?
Yung talaga namin Negros, Cebu. Sa Negros, yung probinsya ko. Yung asawa ko, taga Cebu. Doon kami nagkita-kita sa Cebu, gawa ng nagtrabaho ako ng baker, panadero. Doon sa ibang mga tao na kagaya niya, wala pang kaalaman sa ganito. Sa ngayon pa lang, masasabi ko talaga, itong simbolo na to ay totoo talaga. Once na natataka na kayo rito, ang ibig sabihin niyan, mamayari na kayo sa sa tawag nito, yung sa kanila.
Sabi mo, kuya, yung 666 nakalagay mismo dun sa
Oo, nakalagay mismo sa maliit na parang bigas.
Nakalagay mismo siya.
Dito na sa tapos once na iturok to sa'yo, naturok na sa'yo, no?
Oo.
Tapos pagkaturok sa'yo, dito lalagyan ka pa dito.
Lalagyan pa din?
666.
So meron tao mga nakalagay na sa
Oo, itim.
Itim.
Kaya yung iba, yung
parang tato.
Hindi, ganyan, magtakbuhan kami, no?
Oo.
Once na mahuli na yan,
666 yun
yung parang wala ka ng malay. Once na natatakan ka na dito. Kasi ka na nila kumbaga pag sa ka na, hinawakan na nilang yung compute sa'yo eh. Kung
Oo.
bawat ano yung iutos nilang masama sa'yo,
Yun na.
ginagawa mo.
Parang robot.
Parang control ka na nila. Na once na ganito sabihin, yan, gawin mo yan, patayin mo yan, ganyan. Oh. Makaya mo na kasi kontrolado ka na nila kung ano.
Hanggang ngayon po ba nandun pa rin yung
Oo.
Balagi yung mano sa amin yun. Oh.
Kuya kayo.
My name is Kathleen Gary, and I'm a resident of DeKalb County, and I'm also one of the people in Georgia who has a microchip. And I've been talking to the different legislators and trying to get help in trying to outlaw this the implants. I want to speak particularly on the medical issue of the microchip that she mentioned, and I just got a few things. Microchips, they infringe on issues that are fundamental to our very existence. That our rights to privacy, our rights to body integrity, the right to say no to foreign objects being put in our bodies, specifically the right to refuse microchips being put in our body by the government, or anyone else, the right not to be tortured in our homes by these microchips being scanned by electronic devices that is happening, and to activate these microchips, the right to work without being tortured by co-workers who are activating these microchips by using their cell phones and other electronic devices, the right to just live, work, worship, attend school, attend church services without being further torture from these microchips. It's actually torture. It's just not just a little implant that you put in. You're actually tortured by these microchips. When they are scanned, they cause the body all kinds of problems.
Let me ask Ms. Gary this. Who implanted this in you?
I feel like mine is...
You don't know who did it?
Yes. I'm one of the federal government research with this microchip.
And who in the federal government is implanting you?
This is the Department of Defense.
Brain-machine interfaces, a technology that marks the beginnings of a new kind of man, the cyborg, the robot man. Neuro-robotic technology can be applied in different directions. The brain controlling the machine, or, inversely, the machine controlling the brain. In the process of creating a cyborg, this is square one. If we send a stimulus to the zone related to the hand, we create a sensation in that area. In the same way, via the motor cortex, we can provoke an involuntary movement. In Boston, the first machine-brain interface trials have already been conducted on paraplegic patients. Thanks to an electrode chip called the brain gate, they can operate a computer remotely by thought. So it's no coincidence that these researches are partly funded by DARPA, the U.S.'s defense research agency. Neuroscience will bring us the soldier of the future.
Also it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, that is, the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives a mark on his forehead or on his hand, he also will drink the wine of God's wrath, poured full strength into the cup of his anger, and he will be tormented with fire and sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment goes up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day or night, these worshippers of the beast and its image, and whoever receives the mark of its name.